Okay, gonna start with thread. Oh man, come here. Hello. Oh, thank you, Rosie. It's actually a dress. I bought it today, and I was like, this would be really comfy. I'm just gonna wear it. All right, I am starting out with making bobbins to match my bag. Whoops. Oh, Inga, yeah. So I would give the new Aladdin like a B+, I'd say. I really liked that they went with a director that you wouldn't normally expect, I guess. Oh wow, is my bobbin winder just really not working? Nope. There we go. But I can't say I was a huge fan of the entire movie. But nothing as good as the original, so whatever. That's okay. Oh my gosh. I'm just having some issues. I haven't sewn in a while. My goodness. Yeah, Rosie, so true. Will Smith didn't do a terrible job. I thought that the movies were, you know, different enough. But yeah, nothing beats the original. It didn't feel as cinematically beautiful as like Beauty and the Beast did, the live action, and like Cinderella. So, I don't know. Hi, Martha. Yeah, the bobbin winder on my machine is terrible. Absolutely terrible. That's okay. Hi, Holly. How's it going? I know a lot of you guys wanted me to go live in So Whatever. And I definitely don't mind, but I've been meaning to make this bag, and I figured since I cut it out live, I'd probably sew it live. All right, 3 bobbins should be plenty. Hey, thanks. Yeah. Hi, Kelsey. Okay, I should be able to see comments now that I'm actually... Hey, Cindy. Hello, Mrs. Ben. Now that I'm not winding bobbins. Oh, no, Eleanor. Nice, Rosie. I used to sew more on the weekends, but now that I have a helper... She was just here. Now that I have a helper, I sew less on the weekends, and I have more, I don't know, I don't sleep in as often because, you know, she's here to work. Hello, Debbie. Okay. All of the troubles happening today. Come on now. Sometimes when my thread is too long, I don't function properly. Like I'm used to a certain length. Okay, I have read over this pattern several times, and I feel like at this point it's pretty straightforward. I definitely think this bag is one of those that can span intermediate and beginner people. Oh, Becky, awesome. Yeah, because I hate that. I need to change it. But now I can't get it out of my machine. So that's cool. Oh, I guess I have like 5 different ones. I can always sleep. Oh, Martha, that's really awesome. So if I have troubles, I'll say, Martha, what do I do here? Okay. This is my top. Oh, Rosie, I know, right? I have more fabric, or more hardware coming soon. I have a bunch on order. So hopefully soon. Okay, this is the base of my bag. The problem when you cut this out so long ago is you have no idea what any of the pieces are. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, this is my zipper. So I'm gonna put this with my zipper. That's my pocket. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with the lining of this bag. That has the most pieces for me right now. And I kind of just wanna, you know, get them out of the way. So it might be a little bit backwards, but hey, that's okay, right? Okay, strap. This is part of the zipper. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So I just like to get myself organized. Hello, Ben. You gonna come to your spot? Oh, yay, Kelly, I'm glad. Oh, Lisa, right? I totally get that. Rosie, yes, it was so beautiful. All right, guys, I want to apologize. Hey, right now, if I miss your comment or something, because I really want to focus on this bag, but of course I love you guys. Hello, going good. I'm also like fully ready for bed, so if I am talking a little bit weird, it's because I've got retainers in my mouth. These lives are a lot easier than pre-filming tutorials, so if you guys are cool with them, I'm cool with them. All right, so I am taping down the center of each of my straps and my strap connectors. Love Alive, perfect. So I'm folding my centers in. Hopefully this angle is good for you guys too. I know the other night we did a live, it was so funny. And it was kind of a back view, like over my shoulder. And that was fun, but difficult for me to read comments, so I might stick with that for a tutorial of some kind, test it out, but I'm always afraid I'm gonna get my head in the way, so yeah. I think this movie comes out, what, the 14th? I am so excited. I'm definitely going on Thursday. Yay, hi Donna. Oh good, I'm glad. Yes, Tracy, I'm so excited. Tracy, what are we going to sew when I'm hanging out? What do you want to do? Should we film it or go live? Luckily, you're used to going live now-ish, so I don't feel as weird being like, let's film. All right, working on my strap. I've got it taped down the center, folded in. Have to give that some thought, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna sew down one side. Do I have my machine on? Yes. Stitch length set to 5. Back stitch. All right, Ben. Hi, Judy. Thank you. Ooh, that's true. Very true. Once we check out all the fabric. All right, so for this bag, I'm kind of doing it the way I do the Bonnie bucket bag, and I'm going to add my triangle crossbody connector and add snap hooks on either end of this bag. And I'll probably just rivet this on later. So yeah, this will have snap hooks on either end. I feel like the video quality of YouTube is better than Facebook Live. Let me know if I'm wrong. Oh, my new nephew is a little perfect angel baby and I love him so much. It was so fun to be able to visit. All right, I'm gonna top stitch these. It is, Cindy? Okay, perfect. There's another reason. And then Vita told me that you can actually see the comments after it's over. If you're in desktop mode, you can click to the side. Carol, I use size 9mm basically exclusively. I have some. I find riveting to be strong enough, yes. I don't think I can sew these on. I'm just gonna insert them. I probably did not need to cut 2, but whatever. Oh, good, Mopsy. I'm glad to know. I know every time I try to upload videos like through my phone to YouTube, I can't get them high enough. Instead of the comments. Oh, hey, Vita. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with omitting or not omitting the stitches. You know, it's your bag. And you know what kind of quality you want to represent. So all 4 top stitching as well. Never hurts. I thought I had another, there it is. All right, I'm gonna add my purse feet. I just like to get the little stuff out of the way because I know I'm gonna lose it. Y'all gonna make me lose my purse feet. up in here, up in here. Oh my god, that fell the other night. I never picked it up. Too funny. Maybe this will be another rare form video, Vita. Alright. Hi, Pamela. Thank you so much to everyone who ordered fabric on Saturday. I know a Saturday fabric release is kind of weird, but I really want to stick to the first day of every month at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all gonna make me go all out. Great, see? Already lost it. Up in here. Hey, Ben, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ben has been so mad at me, and I don't know why. Why are you mad at me? Yeah? Oh, well, come up here. I'll move this stuff. You can lay down. All right, purse feet attached. Looking great. It's ready to go dancing. I'm gonna start with my slip pocket. If you guys watched, probably. It's not covered now. Ben, come here. Your fans want to see you. Come here. Okay, baby. I'm going to use this vinyl over top of the pocket as a binding. I am going to leave it raw edged, so I'm just going to fold it over so it's 1/2 inch. And the best way to do that is with double-sided tape. You can either add 2 pieces or just 1 piece and then fold it over. That's up to you. Whatever you think your machine can handle. I'm gonna go ahead and use 2. Maybe I said I was gonna use 1, but we can handle 2. That's fine. Ben, come here. He's just giving me the stink eye. He's not even happy. I don't know what you want from me. Okay, I'm gonna mark 1/2 inch. Talk to the paw, mama. Too funny. Okay. So I'm gonna lay my pocket at that 1/2 inch line. Tape it down. And then same with this side. Unpeel the tape and just fold it over. And you should kind of be able to feel to the fabric underneath that you've got it set on top of the vinyl underneath. So there's that from the back. There it is from the front. And you can see here that it's over just 1/4 inch. That's not a big deal because when you top stitch the front, you know you're gonna reach the back. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna set my stitch length to 4.5 and just sew 1/8 inch from the raw edge of the vinyl. This is not part of the pattern. I just wanted to add a slip pocket. Trim that extra. And then I'm gonna grab one of my lining pieces. Yes, we did get the plumbing situation fixed, thank goodness. We were gonna buy a new fridge, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, you know what, I don't feel like spending $2,200 when it's all said and done. So my dad ended up looking at the fridge and he was like, it's a $35 part. And I was like, cool, great. Fix it. Thanks. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit lower. So for this slip pocket, since I'm using waterproof canvas, I don't want to add too many layers or it's gonna get way too thick. So what I'm doing is marking the centers by folding them in half, placing this right side down on top of the bottom of the lining, and then when we top stitch here, once we fold this up, it's all right sides, and I can top stitch along the U and then add a center divider or add some pen slip pockets or something like that. Yeah, dads are great, even when you're nearly 30 years old. I'm glad he lives close. So I'm gonna sew this on at about 1/4 of an inch from the top edge of that pocket. And this could still work if you're not using waterproof canvas. And you could even leave this a raw edge because when you fold over and top stitch, you're going to be covering that raw edge. And then if it's not straight, you can kind of fold it so it looks straight. And I'm going to sew from the side down. Okay, and then, like I said, you can keep this as one big open slip pocket, or you could add some pen slots. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And then I like to do that little chicken foot. You could also add rivets on either side, something like that. Oh great, when I dropped it, it bent again, so that's wonderful. So I've got one pocket there that's going to be altered by a seam allowance, but it is pencil width. Oh my god, that's too funny. And then I'll sew down the center. Vita, did you finish my quilting? I really don't care. I just thought it would be funny to mess with you. Alright, I like that. Cute little slip pockets. Alright, so I'm going to move on to the other side and add my zippered pocket. And then we're going to work on the recessed zipper and sew the side panels on. And the bottom. Which I forgot to grab. Too funny. Whoop, whoop. Oh my gosh. Oh, Connie, yay, I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to get to. Oh man. I wanted to add this to the lining too. It's one of the tags that I designed. It says you look really pretty today. I thought that would be fun. Kind kind of in the bottom of the bag or something. I am going to birth this bag through the lining and the zippered pocket, kind of like we've been doing lately. So keep an eye out for that. For those of you who are asking about the zipper template, I believe topsandbobbins.com now carries by Pierre's templates. She had a fire in her garage maybe 2 months ago, maybe not even 2 months ago, and time just flies by for me. And so she was no longer able to offer them, which is heartbreaking. She loves designing them and making them. And Tops and Bobbins stepped in and they're like, hey, we can do it. Or maybe she reached out to them. I don't know the story, guys. All I know is they're working together, which warms my freaking heart. All right, I got my 2 parallel lines. This week I have custom orders for a Brooklyn travel bag. So I'll probably end up cutting 2 of those out while I'm at it. Maybe even 3, who knows. Brooklyn Traveler, a Frisia fold over, and I think, oh, and a Harriet. So I'll try to go live with some of those if I can, especially the Brooklyn Traveler because the video was requested. I might set that one up as a regular old tutorial. Pre-filmed. Give me all the steam. Yeah, the Traveler, she actually requested a video for it, which I thought was super cool. She emailed me and she was like, you know, I sew as well, but I don't think I could make this bag. Would you be able to? And would you film a video? And I was like, yeah, I would love that. So I'm very excited to make it for Hannah, not Ruthie. It always scares me to sell bags to other makers just because it's happened before that they kind of scrutinize every little thing. I'm like, really? I'm not a machine. Neither are you. Other side of the pocket. However, you gotta take every every criticism, no matter who it's from, and use it to make yourself a little bit better every time. So make a positive spin on it. It's okay. I definitely remember reading it over though and just like crying on the stairs like, okay, well, you know, then I give up. Because I thought, anyway. All right, zipper pocket, ready to go. Ben, what is that face for? I have to show you guys. I'm sorry, I have to. He's just, nope, that's not gonna work. He's not even looking at me. Freaking weirdo. What? Like, really, man? Anyway, Cindy, I'm not leaving for a while. I just don't get it. Hey, Donna, that is okay. That's why we have both. He mad. No, Kristen, I'm already I've unpacked. I've been home for a while now. No, I haven't done a speed well. Yeah, exactly. Like, so silly. All right, I'm adding 1/2" double-sided tape to the short raw ends of the zipper panel. Yeah, the tutorials are just, sometimes they're really hard for me to film because it gets annoying talking to myself late at night. I'd rather know there's someone else there. Sewing can be pretty lonely and isolating, so that's why we have the live videos. All right, so I'm clipping them together at the ends. Oh, my dog needs a CPAP machine. Vita, that's too funny. Hello, Judy. Yes, I'm not alone, and you guys aren't alone either. All right, folding the ends to make sure they're nice and even. It sounds wonderful to introverts. That's so true. Yeah, Tracy. And it's like, obviously we're fine being alone. We're introverts. But I don't know, it's always just nice to be able to connect with people who are like-minded, creative minds. I love having so many sewing friends because when I have an idea, I can message them and be like, what do you think about this? And they're like, oh, but what about this? And I'm like, oh, you're so right. Like, dude, what's mine say? That kind of funny chatting. Okay, I'm folding over the other short raw ends. My friend Nikki told me that Debbie Hunker has a different way of doing this. That's pretty cool. I'm just not good at it. Oh, Lisa, that's too funny. Yeah, Karen, exactly. So it's really nice to be able to connect, even if it's just on the internet. Okay. Hi, Ashley. Oh, Ashley, good luck. I think I've seen your name a lot on Instagram, so I'm glad you came. And I'm glad that you did it. It's scary but exciting. Hi, Anne. All right, so laying my zipper face down, turning that at a 90-degree angle, and clipping it into place, letting it trail off. Throwing a clip onto the floor because that's what we're good at. Yes, that's me. I love it. Okay. Clipping my lining face down. So I'm glad of the lives. Yay! I definitely want to do sewing worksheets like all over the place. Ooh, Donna, that sounds so exciting. A Game of Thrones messenger bag. Alright, so making sure that my zipper is tucked in. Got our stitch length set to 4. Making sure your zipper pull is out of the way. And mine wasn't. Oof, good. And then you don't want to sew too far past the fabric onto the zipper. If anything, you can leave a tiny itty bitty gap. And then I'm going to press my lining and fold sides, wrong sides together. Right sides facing out. And when you're ironing, make sure you're using a lot of steam and do not iron your zipper. Or your exterior vinyl fabric if you're using vinyl, that is. Okay, fold it down, clip. We have to clip those raw ends together too. Yeah, no, we're gonna do it. All right, stitch length 4.5, starting on one end. Go nice and slow. Whoops. Then repeating that step with the other side of my zipper, folding it down at a 90 or 45-degree angle, something like that, one of those things. And then laying the lining side over top of that. And then if things don't quite line up, something's a little longer than something else, you can just kind of re-clip it, re-tape it. And then since I'm using these hair clips, I can just pull the clips off as I go. Yeah, Sandra, that makes sense. All right, so again, press from the lining side. Stock for hair clips has risen, yeah. I honestly though, I need to start like carrying them on my website too, just buy a whole bunch in bulk. Because so many people ask where to get them, and it's like, well, if you're already ordering hardware, may as well throw in some notions as well. But they're pretty cheap to buy on your own. All right, so we're gonna top stitch. Hello, Anna from Brazil. Okay, I'm gonna trim my excess fabric. I cut this piece a little rough, and I don't want my seam allowances to be altered because of that. So just trimming off a little bit of fabric. I'm gonna fold this in half to mark my center. And then I'm gonna add my zipper end really quick. That's like my last bit of hardware that's floating around. So to add my zipper end, I'm gonna need a lighter, my electric screwdriver, and then these pliers come in handy. Oh, okay, Debbie, yeah, I can stock some. Hello, Benjamin. Nice of you to join us. So I just cut off the metal end, and you could choose to sew on a little scrap of vinyl or something like that. I just like to heat seal, make sure it doesn't fray. So we're done with the zipper, or the lighter. We're not done with the zipper. Can I just, I'll take that, thanks. So I like to fold my zipper tape in half on one side and then in half again so that it's directly under the zipper teeth. And then I'll add 2 clips. And then again for the other side, fold that in half. And then you're gonna fold it on top of the other the folded end of the zipper and under the zipper teeth. So your zipper tape becomes the exact width of the zipper teeth. And using these clips helps big time. And then you can melt it again if you'd like. Use a little bit. And then use your clamps to squish it all together while it's still warm. And that can help keep it together. And then we're gonna unscrew. Whoops, don't lose it. Oh hey, look, I had another piece. And then you can use a little bit of glue if you want, but you're just going to slide it on. And then as you slide it on, just slide down your clips. Just kind of wiggle it through, slide down your clips, and just wiggle till you can't wiggle anymore. Okay. Whoop. I still have the screw. There we go. And then make sure your screw goes in nice and straight. And then you just want to screw until you want to insert your screw until it's nice and flat. So there's no rough feeling when you rub your finger across the screw. Okay then. All done then, please. And then to magnetize your screwdriver, you can just keep a magnet attached to it. Anyway, so then your zipper end is now attached. That's what she said. Yeah, that was an awkward moment. It's fine. Nothing beats a raunchy sewing tutorial. Purse porn. How many more times can I say screw? It's true, I'm not sure. I don't want to try. Okay. So I'm gonna really quick just mark the centers on my lining panels. Okay, this one's pretty well marked. A little snip never hurt anybody. Okay. So if you're adding a zipper pocket, I kind of like to make sure that the zippers go in the same direction. And then we're gonna center that zipper panel. This is not the directions for the zipper panel. The zipper panel, so nice of Ben. If I pet him though, he'll just like, no. Marcia, yes, I do use waterproof canvas for, I'd say 95% of my linings. But anyway, hers has you leave extra on each end and add a piece of fabric so when it sits in, there's no loose end, but I didn't feel like doing that, so I didn't. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. And then I'm going to lay the top lining panel over top of all of that. You could baste your zipper in place if you wanted to. Just gonna baste it. 1/2 inch seam allowance. And for those of you who are wanting like a full tutorial of this bag, I definitely plan on making another one. So if you don't like these kind of chatty sewing videos, don't worry. All right, and then fold up that lining piece and top stitch through the lining and the zipper panel. And then we do it again. Okay. Lining up the center of the zipper panel and the lining. Clip that in place. And then if you want to, you can baste it in place. Just gonna lay this over the center. Maybe Ben's been upset because we haven't really sewed in a while. Again, this is not the pattern direction, like this is not the order the pattern does it, but I like to get the small pieces out of the way, so deal with it. Okay. So when you look into your bag, this is what you see. I'm gonna unzip it and then clip my zipper pull to the end of my zipper. No, I do not always use the same color for my lining. I have so many colors. I just like to pick one that matches well with the exterior. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for a second, and we're going to sew together the gusset. So I've got my bottom and my side panel. So I'm going to lay the side panel over the short end of the bottom, 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then repeat with the other side of the gusset. And then I don't think this is in the pattern, but if you wanted to, you could top stitch that seam, wouldn't hurt. All right. And then I'm going to attach the gusset by folding it in half and marking the centers. Yeah, Amazon has waterproof canvas. FWD Fabrics is where I get mine, only because Amazon messed up my order, so I don't know. All right, so I'm starting by clipping the center and then the tops, and then I'll work everything else in. Clipping slowly around. Yeah, I'm really I enjoyed cutting this bag out. The instructions are great. There's lists to reference if you're not sure. Yeah, they also sell printed waterproof canvas, so if you're not a big fan of solid colors, you can get printed. I actually made a bag for someone out of printed waterproof canvas, and she loved it. It was so exciting. Ooh, hello curve. That fits nicely. Okay. Actually, I am leaving the bottom of this bag open on the side with the zipper pocket. So you can clip it all together to make sure things fit nicely. But then from this seam to this seam, you're just gonna leave it open and unsewn. Okay, okay. 1/2 inch seam allowance. You're gonna sew right next to that zipper panel. And then around the curve. And then when we get to the bottom, I'll try to remember to add this later. Where the bottom becomes a flat piece, that's where you're gonna stop and back stitch. And then we'll start on the other side. Then I'm just going to trim that excess seam allowance. All right, and then we're gonna repeat that with the other side, except we're gonna sew through the entire gusset. This bag you could probably just birth through the zipper pocket. The sounds of flapping vinyl. I know someone was like, I don't understand why you would post this video. You're not teaching us anything. And I was like, hey, you know, I've been asked to post a video of just sewing noises, so I did. Not that I'll post a video of everything that's asked of me, but that seemed like an easy request. Okay, so we're just repeating those steps. Kelly, I trim somewhere in the middle. Which comment was it? Just kind of like this isn't sewing related? Or the one about me not returning that? Yeah, Susan, exactly. I'll have to do another one next time. Yeah, I know, right? But like it was such a crazy thing to show up in the mailbox. I saw people posting that Ipsy and I was like, oh my god, that makeup bag is so cute. And oh my god, a Lisa Frank brush. And then like 2 days later, it's in my mailbox with someone with a completely different town address. Like, how does that happen? Yeah, Ipsy would have said the same thing. And they're gonna send her another one. I don't know. It's okay. It is a morality thing. No, I shouldn't have kept it. I'm pretty sure my husband was even like, no, Lauren, you have to send it back. And I'm like, what are the odds, though? Like, what are the odds? I've done a lot of good things in my life. I think I deserve this one. All right, top stitching. It was a long time ago, too. It was not recently. Like, it was in our old house. Anyway, that is okay. Oh, Sandra, I love you. All right. Okay. And again, I'm just going to trim that extra seam allowance. And our lining is done. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up because I haven't been reading the instructions. That's the one thing that's hard about going live with a new bag is I don't have the instructions in front of me because I keep them on my phone. Unless I want to email it to myself through my iPad, and I don't feel like it. And some patterns won't let you. It's weird. Okay, I am really happy with that lining look. And then we've got that lining left open with our centers marked so we can birth through it. It actually looks to be about the same size as my birthing pocket, but then I don't have to deal with the zipper. Oh, airdrop, yeah. I'm bored over here applying for jobs for my husband because I'm his job hunting assistant. Too funny. Yeah, I really like the look of the inside. I probably should have made the slip pocket a little lower. It's a little bit hidden. That's my bad, but nothing wrong with that. I do 99% of it, yeah. What's new, right? Okay, so let us move on to the other parts of the bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the main panels really quick, and then we'll do those zipper panels on the side. I must admit the side zipper panels seem a little useless. I don't know what I personally would put in them, but they're honestly what attracted me to this bag, so I'm not sitting here dissing it. I'm just like, I want to understand it. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch these main panels, 1/2 inch seam allowance, I'm pretty sure. And again, if you have trouble keeping a straight seam allowance, it would not hurt to mark it out, even if you give yourself just little points to keep you straight, little tick marks. Couldn't hurt, right? So even if you just give yourself and play connect the dots. Judy, yes, I will add a nameplate when I get done sewing the main panels together. I'll go ahead and get that out now. You got to it before Inga or Helen had a chance to say it. Okay, so I believe you would normally butterfly stitch this. At least that's how the Bonnie is. And that's where you open it up flat and sew along either side. Just hinting. Just making sure you remember. But I think I want to fold that over and top stitch along the vinyl only, just because I really like the way it looks. Yeah, Cindy, that helps too. You know what? No, I'll butterfly stitch it. I'll butterfly stitch it. I used a small enough seam stitch length. Okay, so if you have trouble, Angie, I am going to try and do a video this week talking all about my nameplates. I saw someone recently repost a link for them, so now I have it again and I can talk about it. So you can use double-sided tape from wacom or dritz, wash away or something to keep this flat, or iron it if you're using something you can iron. But I'm just going to keep my hand underneath to make sure my fabric stays flat. Stitch length of 5, and then I'm just gonna follow the edge, the inside edge of my foot along that seam, and then instead of removing my needle, I'm just gonna stitch over. And then it sits nice and flat. This is definitely the best way to do it, especially with vinyl, when you're top stitching the bag. Oh, okay, Barbara, perfect. Perfect, thank you. Barbara says she put sunglasses, keys, and lip gloss in hers. I just get so worried that things might like fall out and you'll lose them, but sunglasses make sense. Susan, so the butterfly stitch is a way to top stitch. It's just the fact that you're opening up this seam instead of leaning it to one side or the other. You're opening it up like a butterfly wing. Yeah. Yep, it's amazing stuff. I know they've had it on sale throughout the week or the month or something for like $4 a roll. I was like, are you kidding me? I just bought 10 of them. So I messed up my top stitch a little bit. It's okay because I'm gonna put my nameplate over it. Haha. Okay. Yeah, Gina, it's turning out really cool. This metallic vinyl that I got from FM stores matched almost perfectly. And I love the metallic look. Okay. I actually, so these nameplates were very affordable in comparison to my new hardware supplier, but they don't feel like the nicest metal. So that's one reason I haven't really spoken out about the supplier, because I wanted to find a better one that I could offer you guys, but I definitely don't want to give up my hardware supplier. If that sounds terrible, I know, but I gotta keep some things to myself, right? Okay, main panels completed. Ugh, love it. Aw, Ben just got really cozy. Anyway, so we can work on our side panels. Totally. Okay, cool. I know, I feel like a jerk and I don't know why. Like, you don't want to give us your hardware supplier? How terrible of you. So I think I'm going to use this black zipper tape. I have a lot of it. You never know. Some people are like, really, you're not going to share? I've had a lot of people message me about it. Like, sorry, no. It took me a long time to find them. That and their minimum is ridiculously high, so I don't know. It's like, I mean, I guess if you can afford it, go for it. Oh, I can't wait to have my own zipper pulls. Oh, is that a matte black? Ooh! Alright. I can get down with that. I know a lot of people have been designing their own zipper pulls lately, and I really want to design some cat ones. That would be so cute. Okay, I'm using my zipper genie from Pam Demore or something like that. You can also use a fork. Wouldn't it be so cute? Lauren Whitney from XO Lauren, she sent me some of her, oh my gosh, Lisa, I love my new chair. Yeah, so she sent me some, and I'm going to make my next backpack with them. They're so cute, and they're the perfect size. I always like to test my zippers. Why aren't there scissors up there? Probably because I'm a mess. Yeah, Linda? You gotta. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see my new chair, but it's the most beautiful pink in the world. And it's so comfy, it like hugs my butt. There's nothing better than a good butt hug, right? Right. Gina, it's really hard for me to say. I don't love the zipper by the yard for everything, but I think it's because I don't love the pulls for them. I don't know if you can see this. And this is just me. This is just me. I just don't feel like they're really sturdy. Like when I grab this, I don't feel like the same as I do with these zipper pulls that are on YKK zippers. Like this just feels like it's easier to grab. I know it's strong. There's only one thing connecting it versus the 2, 3, I don't know. I just feel like this is more secure. So that's my spiel. I haven't been able to find anyone that carries these zipper pulls, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looked that hard. So I think I'm just gonna order my own. All right, let's get started on the zipper panels on the side. Oh, nice. And I love that you are close to her, or at least in the same country as her, so it's more effective. Oh, Kristen, that's awesome. Yeah, my Handmade Space, as far as I know, just doesn't really carry ones like that. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. These are super cute. And you can still like connect like a cute little charm to these or something. They just don't feel as sturdy to me. They still are, but anyway. Yeah, Donna, that would be amazing. Again, I still want to carry some anyway. I've got samples coming. But would love to get some in the meantime. It's still expensive. Yeah, they're very nice. And colored zipper. Yeah, that's awesome. Barbara, it is a gaming chair. It is awesome. I ordered it at C2E2. And I was like, do you have any pink? And he's like, well, we actually have one coming. I was like, do you have a photo? He's like, no. I was like, whatever. It's pink. I'll love it anyway. All right. So I've just made a zipper sandwich. And I'm gonna press it open and top stitch through both sides. And then I'm just pulling on the lining in the exterior to make sure everything's nice and even. And then we're going to repeat that step pretty much 4 times. So I've left some of my zipper hanging off the top and the bottom, but you want to make sure that your zipper panels line up and that your right sides are facing together. If you need to, you can baste your zipper in place. I'm just going to flip it over and then lay my lining panel, again, lined up over that. So you're just making a zipper sandwich. Oh, good night, Gina. So I've got my vinyl facing the vinyl, lining facing lining, and your zipper teeth facing up when your lining is facing up. For a second, I thought I was in a room full of people and I was about to be like, do we get it? Say yes. Yes, we get it. Yep, we get it. Okay, great, thanks. I'm gonna iron this really quick. Oh, the by Annie zipper tape. Hi, Esther. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right, we are top stitching. All right, and then I'm just going to finish one side and then add the next step, etc. Our pile pieces are dwindling down. All right, lay your zipper over top. And line up your lining to your exterior. And sew that together. I have no doubt that we're going to run out of bobbins soon. Okay, I've ironed it. What is my profession? Literally this. Make sure you caught all your zipper tape. I'm gonna sew over this again. I don't think I got my seam allowance the same. There's like more zipper tape showing, so we're gonna iron it again. Or we're gonna sew it again. There we go. Feel a little better about that. Yeah, there we go. You don't want to go too close to the zipper, but you don't want to be too far away either. Cindy, it's really crazy to see that like typed out that I'm at work right now because this doesn't feel like work. I have way too much fun. Way too much fun. You know, when I get to work with my kids while they sleep. Aw, he liked it. Duh, yeah, it's weird. Weird. I love it. Yeah, honestly, I am. Like, it's insane how lucky I am, how lucky I feel. Oh, Lisa, that makes sense. Oh, Angie. She does this for a living, son. She's done it a few times. Yeah. I wouldn't say I do YouTube for a living. I do not make that much off of YouTube, but it helps feed my cats. And I get to connect with you guys, which is really cool. I love every minute of that. I love being able to drive to Springfield and enjoy a McCafe with Cindy and Connie. Oh, hi, Lauren. That's so funny. I'm 27, so not too far in age. All right. So again, ironed that lining. No, that's so true. And me next time. Yes, Sonia. I know. Yeah, we need to have another sewing meetup. They're just too fun. I think, oh yeah, that's right. The last time I came out, I was on my way to a convention. I do work hard. Thank you for noticing. Yes, Cindy, that would be so fun. Well, Inga, literally message me anytime. Oh, Angie, that would be so fun. Okay, so I am unzipping my zipper. Springfield, Missouri. So I've unzipped my zipper, and you want it to zip to the top. Yes, Kristen, I do love Arizona. My sister, her husband actually lives there, and she's in North Carolina right now at PA school. All right, so this is part of the add-on hack. Otherwise, it's just one zipper panel with a zipper tab. So I would highly recommend getting the add-on pack. Oh, Ben has a pillow, actually. Sydney made him one. It's the best. So we're gonna lay the top of the zipper gusset over top, and then you can baste this in place if you need to. I live in the USA, and then this is our lining piece here, and we're gonna lay that lining side down. So it's like another sandwich. Oh, Indian, very cool. So linings together. Yeah, Ben got a pillow. And then I think it's a 1/2 inch seam allowance as well. If you, for some reason, used a metal zipper, just make sure. Guys, look. That's the end of my bobbin. I really think that having this sticker here that says "Not Today" bobbin has helped my bobbin. It's like, it knows. It's like, all right, I'll behave. I'll be good. Yes, the bobbin gods have shined upon me. I love it. I won. Oh, my sister lives in Tucson. Well, you know. Oh, Cindy, I don't think I threw one in either. I live in the USA. All right, and then we're gonna fold them up. I do interface my vinyl. Using waterproof canvas really helps add a layer of stability to vinyl, but I'll interface like the bottom with Decaville Light or something like that. Yes! Oh my gosh, that would be such a blast. As soon as she moves back, I will have to do that. All right, and then I'm going to top stitch this. You could trim down your zipper if you wanted to. I'll go ahead and do that. Couldn't hurt. It's top stitched already. All right. So this is what our side gusset looks like. In the non add-on version, what you do is you sew your pieces onto your lining and then trim your excess so that it's like this. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is, oh, okay, okay. I see what happens now. So then I add it to my lining. Hi, Sean. That's so true. Okay, for those of you who have made this bag, am I supposed to, like, like, 3D effect it? I'm feeling like yes, but I'm also like no. I feel like yes. No. Tom says no. They're supposed to be the same size? No. Sean says no. It's not supposed to be like 3D. Hi, Laura. We just trim off the excess. I basted it in the center and trimmed the zipper panels to the same shape of the lining. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. Great. So clipping the centers together. Boop. Boop, boop. Oh, Tom, very awesome. All right, centering this out. And I'm actually just going to baste it all together from this side, just at like an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. Yeah, and then I'll trim the excess. Cool. Thanks, guys. That's what I thought. I was just double checking. So I'm trimming off about 1/2 inch from each side. So if you wanted to adjust your pattern piece a little bit, in case you're using a really expensive leather or something like that. No, you want to trim that. Yeah. Okay, so there is our zipper panel so far. Don't unzip your zipper all the way. And then you've got this zipper on the side. And if you want to, you can baste along the bottom. I'll go ahead and add my bottom panel real quick. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. All about that. So now your bottom panel should line up. And you're just gonna sew right next to the Peltex. I'm gonna flip this over and top stitch through. All right, looking good so far. So I'm gonna repeat those steps. Oh, Lisa, yeah. That makes sense. So what Lisa's saying is she would add maybe like a zipper tab that goes about, I don't know, probably this much, I would think. So maybe about a 5-inch zipper tab along here. So that way when you unzip it, it only goes so far. So that way if you have anything down here, it's not gonna fall out. That's a cool idea, I like that. Very interesting. All right, so then you're gonna lay your top gusset face down, lining gusset piece face down, top stitch, or I guess technically this is sew in place. Oh, very cool. And did make it bigger. Very cool. Yeah, Vita, I don't know. I feel like the only issue that would be run into is trying to match up the bottom, but you could kind of taper it. So like cut the bottom to the exact size of this panel and then like clip this one. I know, Barb, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it all finished. So again, if you are using a really expensive leather or something like that to make this bag, there is about 1/2 inch showing on either side of this zipper panel. Which I honestly don't see that as an issue if I were to critique this bag. I don't mind that because you're gonna have waste when you cut fabric anyway. So this is just a safety precaution, like Tom said, to make sure that if your seam allowances aren't perfect, you have this lining panel that is cut perfectly so that your panel comes out right. And I'm just basting it real close to the size of the lining. And trimming down that excess. Voila. Ben, you're not even asleep. He's just like sitting there with a pissed off look on his face. Weirdo. All right, clipping the bottom together. Guys, we're almost done with this bag. Now I'm gonna try to print shipping labels and go to bed. Okay, we're opening it up. Top stitch along the bottom panel. He is not impressed. No, Cindy, not at all. All right, both my zippers zip up, so that's a good thing. Okay, marking the center. I don't know if this is necessary, but you know, I gotta do it anyway. He's over it. Yeah, Sonia, I was, initially when I saw it, I was like, ooh, I love the shape of that. But then I saw it in person and I was like, oh, I really love the shape of that. It was actually at the sewing retreat. Okay, so I'm still playing with the idea of adding the connector to the bag, but no, I'll sew it within the seam allowance and then rivet it. And then you've got a little extra height on your strap. So I'm gonna really quick do a little box stitch at the top. because I think it could be cute and I don't feel like riveting right now. Oh my gosh, I still never bought new fuses for this. Wait. Holy cow, there's 160 people right now? This is insane. Oops. No pressure, no pressure. Okay. So I added a little box stitch on these connectors. Hopefully you can see it. Boop, boop. And what that is going to do is going to help me figure out how far to place these. So I'm going to line them up in the center of the bag with about a 1/2 inch underneath my box stitch. Centered. Baste it. Yeah, I guess I am a professional, huh? All right, again, centered, about 1/2 inch showing underneath that box stitch. I'm a professional in a Toy Story dress. All right, so here is our side gusset. All ready to go. I'm gonna grab a main panel. It's business casual. I'm still a little sick too. This sucks. Alright, we've got all the clips here. I'm going to clip in the center and add 2 more on the outside of that, and then I'm going to clip the top panel. What would be really cool with this bag is, let's say you're doing the exterior in all, like all solid color, where you could have like a really fun bright pop of color within that pocket. So even if someone wanted to maybe leave it exposed, you'd have this really fun vibrant fabric on the inside. Tracy, I liked Aladdin a lot. There were some parts I almost cried. I got goosebumps. But just don't compare it to the original. I should say it doesn't compare to the original. But that's okay. I did like Will Smith as the genie. He was pretty funny. Again, he's not going to be Robin Williams. I am going to clip these corners just because I can feel that's going to shift. Oh, I need to give the ruby a second chance. The one I made, my pattern printed out way too small, and I made it out of leather. Oh, it was such a mess. All right. So stitch length at 4. And here we go. Hi, Rebecca. Okay. And then as you're readjusting along those corners, leave your needle in the fabric. Just kind of lift up. And then I'm going to trim my excess seam allowance. This would be a bag you could add piping to. I mean, if you wanted to make it harder. But there's what it is looking like so far. If you are watching this and you can see the little thumbs up button, go ahead and tap it, just because it's nice when you get thumbs up. I don't know. I think it helps it show up to other people too. Awesome. Thank you guys. Whoa, that's so many thumbs up. Okay. Thanks. I mean, if you don't like it, you can hit the thumbs down too. You're entitled to vote. Okay. If you have really fancy scissors, go ahead and remove your staples before trimming. These scissors aren't fancy and I don't care. Jacqueline, technically, yes, this bag has a drop-in lining, but it has a good drop-in lining. It has an easy drop-in lining. Okay, so now we're on the other side panel. This is my last piece, my last spare piece. I think that is my favorite part of bag making, is you have all of these pieces that look like nothing, and then with a handful of minutes, a lot of time, maybe some cursing, like you have a bag. And I think about this a lot when I'm traveling or just out and about. Like, people may not put that much thought into what kind of bag they use, but it's really fascinating to kind of think about the fact that people trust their bags to hold up. I don't know, I would love to ask people, why did you pick that purse or something like that? Like, what about this bag makes you happy? Because it's definitely I don't know. It's fascinating. The psychology of handbags. A thesis. Hi, Connor. He supports it. He's into it. Yeah. Oh, Jacqueline, that's awesome. I know, we were totally unsure if it would look right, but I'm so glad it does. I love the strap connectors. They're such a time saver. right. Go ahead and staple this again. It all comes back to that comment that I once read, like, a pocketbook is not art. How can you charge that? And it's like, okay. Guess you don't really understand the definition of art. They are definitely art. Okay. Whoops. Okay, I got a little wavy. My daughter has loads of my bags, but one saw me cutting out the dandelion, which was the first she'd seen before all the parts are sewn. She thought I was making, yes. Lisa, wow, yeah. Yeah, Tom, it's so true. Not many people understand what all goes into it. They just, you know, not necessarily take it for granted, but how can they know? So I try not to take it to heart when people don't understand, because it's like, you know, how can they know what they don't know? What reason do they have to know what goes into it? So all we can do is bring awareness. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that big of a deal. But it can definitely, if you are ever dealing with a hard customer, or not even a customer, but just someone who is putting you down for what you charge or something like that, it's like they just don't know what goes into it. The best you can do is tell them, like, you know, this was several hours of my work. You're not going to work a job for $5 an hour. You know, why should I if I have this expertise, etc. The vinyl I'm using is from FM Stores, and it's, oh gosh, it's so pretty. Here, let's see if I can give you an up close. It's almost got like a wash of vinyl, or a wash of metallic. I say wherever you can see on the outside has been made at least twice to give the lining, and then there's the pockets, yeah. Oh yeah, Sadie, you can add pockets anywhere on this bag, definitely. 30 plus years ago when I was dating my now ex-husband and a hospital pharmacist, I finally learned to appreciate that they're really not just putting pills from one bottle to the other. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Sonia, yes. Get it. All right, so I am going to turn my lining right side out. Angie, I would probably say just for pearlized. Yeah, thanks. Pearlescent. I would say it's probably not great for a full bag. Some of their vinyls I've received feel a little stiff and like they wouldn't hold up long term. for like a full expensive bag. But I love their vinyls for fun little wallets and tote bags and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm putting my lining inside. I always like my zipper pocket to go on the back so it's like closer to your body. I wanted to go tomorrow too, but Mom has jury duty. Oh no! Alright, so we're gonna line up the lining panels. Put those in place. Ugh, I love the shape of this bag. I just love that the side goes up like that. Let me readjust a little bit. Oh, Jacqueline, nice. Yeah, I've only gotten a little bit. I got like a greenish color. It's really pretty. I haven't had a chance to play with it. I like to use my... Ooh, that's really good to know, Mopsy. Mopsy says it stitches like butter on her home machine. Okay, so I'm just fitting everything together. I'm clipping it from the inside so that I can follow that to sew it all together. If something doesn't fit quite right, you're gonna need to go back and adjust the seam allowance, but everything feels pretty good. Pretty good. So there's that. Hopefully you can see kind of the size of the bag. I'm gonna move you back down. Let's see, can I zoom in? Oh, I can zoom in. I don't know if it's gonna help while I top stitch, but. So I'm gonna start. Farida, they do not, and they need to. We need to like start a petition. Like, guys, we have thousands of dollars we want to give you. Get an online shop. Okay. And I'm just following the shape of the bag, kind of pivoting at the top, back stitching over that connector. Again, pivoting back down the other side. Pivot. And then I am not going to trim. Hey, Carissa's here, yay! Mopsy, thank you. Okay. I actually have two fabric labels I wanted to add. One that goes in the pocket and the other one that's going to go inside the lining. So Carissa is the designer of this bag. She's Needle and Anchor. Oh, cool! You do have some awesome testers. They helped me out when I had some questions. And that's just because I don't have the pattern in front of me. I read it several times. But, so again, it probably wasn't necessary to leave this open since it is about the same width as the zipper pocket, but whatever. It's easier to not have to deal with the zipper. So, just gonna grab, oh, I guess I can zoom back out. There we go. Grab the bottom first. Pull it through. Right? Look at his face. Like, chill out, man. And another goddess is born. Yes. Wow, Carissa. You're so prolific. I wish I could. I've been trying out the software you recommended, and I guess I'm a slow learner because I am having so much trouble with it. That and I haven't really had time, so that's my own fault, but yeah. Yeah, the sand dollar looks super cute. Hopefully I got that right. Okay, I feel so bad. It's like, you already told me the software you use. I'm not going to be like, and then how do I do this? And how do I do this? Let me just pick your brain. Okay, so now I've pulled my lining through my lining's zipper pocket, and I'm going to sew that shut. I've got my center snips here. So I line those up first. You're the best. I'm gonna cry. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I have this pattern in my head and I want it out. But I feel like I'm better at Photoshop for some reason, but that's just because it's what I know. So now I'm gonna sew in my lining, starting past where I stopped the first time and then all the way around. And this is where I'm gonna add my fabric label that says, "You look really pretty today." I'm gonna add it to the center snip. And then I'm not trimming that seam allowance down. Oh yeah, she's cute. And then I'm gonna push that out. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then we're gonna sew our zipper pocket closed. Based on the pieces that I cut and interfaced for this bag and the time so far it's taken to sew, oh Mopsy, that bag definitely looks like it'll be able to be sewn on a domestic. I will be charging about $130 for this bag, just with the materials, etc. But I think if you use like a leather or something, you'd probably need to charge like $150, especially since leather is expensive. All right, so I'm pushing out that seam allowance, folding it all down and clipping around. Ooh, look how that turned out. I added a box stitch there, so it like, I don't know, it's cool. I'm excited. And then you shove that lining in there. There we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, about 120 sounds right for sure. I would say on the low end, you could probably charge like $90 if you used maybe all cotton and it was a little less structured. It's all in the details. And like, let's say you decided not to do a zipper panel on top and you just did like the magnetic closure and fold over, you could charge maybe about $10 less for something like that. So there is the top all closed up. The hack template or the hack pattern has extra fabric on either side, so it just like fits in really nicely. But I went ahead and did a little tail just because that's me, that's what I do, but it fits perfectly. Yeah, this pearlescent vinyl is awesome. So here are the side pockets. I almost feel like you could even put like a shoe in there, like those little like teaks or whatever. You could market it for that. I know people are like, oh, that's so cool, but I love that. So now I'm ready to top stitch. Yeah, the fold up ballerina shoes. Okay, so stitch length of 5. I'm gonna start on the side panel. And I know my bobbin's good because I just changed that-ish. I did not trim down my strap connector on purpose. Just because I always feel better when there's extra inside the bag. All right. So I'll go ahead and clip on the strap and show you guys kind of what the bag looks like on. I'm not going to rivet my strap just yet because I may want to make it a little bit shorter. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So I got her nice and zipped up. I can definitely see customers wanting to order this bag. It's super, super cute. A really nice size too. All right, let's check it out. Sonia, I was actually just gonna say I could see this being a really nice crossbody too. Hopefully this, yeah, this would be a really great crossbody, but here it is a shoulder bag, and I really like the handle length. And then this is really quick here. Yeah, and then there it is with the purse feet on the bottom. This is interfaced with Decaville Light. Yeah, 10 out of 10 will make this bag again. I actually have another one sort of cut out at the moment. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions before I go? I'm covered in lip gloss. I have like a lip mask on. Putting it on the list. Yes, Sonia. It is super cute. Yes. I do. I really like it with the the black nickel hardware too. Oh yeah, yeah, they kind of are. I already purchased the pattern. Yay! Oh yeah, I just need 2 rivets. Yes, you were totally right. Oh my god, isn't it so fun? I just got it today. Okay, let me go ahead and rivet this really quick. Just to finish the bag, because why not? Ooh. Oh my god, thank you. I know, right? I look totally different than I did in that picture. Makeup is a wonderful thing. Oh man. No, I'm just kidding. I know that's not what you meant. I love wearing makeup. It's like art for my face, so I'm into it. Aw. Yeah, I could totally understand that. Mopsy, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea about guns. My dog doesn't care. No, not usually. They sure don't. All right. Here's another once over on the bag. Interfacings I used were none on the vinyl. I used Woven Fuse and Decaville Light on this side because I used a knit fabric. And then other than that, I used Decaville Light or Decaville Heavy in the bottom panel, and that's it on interfacing. So you could definitely make this with a lot of interfacing or no interfacing. I don't know if I would recommend foam for this bag necessarily, just because it's somewhat of a compact bag. I think if anything, you could use fleece if you wanted to add a little more loftiness, but I think foam might be a little too much personally. You're of course allowed to play with that and see what you think. But yeah, I love it. And I think it's similar in size to the Bonnie bucket bag. It's definitely smaller than the Compass by Noodlehead, in case you guys are looking for size comparison. But yeah, it comes together really nicely. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Yeah, Carissa, I completely agree. No foam.